Port Elizabeth beauty Xolisa Mvula, known as Lady X, is a gem to watch out for. She's been gifted with a rich, warm and soulful voice that really is versatile enough for any genre of music. Lady X's song titled Who was an introduction of who she is as she navigates her way through a new era of her musical career. Following the success of her last offering, Loving You, that featured UHURU and Black Motion, she is back with a single titled Igugu Lami. She joins us now in studio to share more on her new release. Morning and welcome.
Morning, how are you?
Very well, thanks. It's so good to see you. You're looking absolutely gorgeous this morning.
Girl.
Lady X.
Yes.
Who is Lady X? And where or when or what would you say constitutes as your big break into the music industry?
Lady X in Ntombi yaKwaXhosa, as you can see, from Ebai. And I started in the music industry with a single called Shivumba with Mo Flavor.
I remember that.
Yeah. Shivumba, good times. Made up the language in studio. Does not exist for the record. And I just kept going. I mean, like you mentioned before, my first single just by myself without all the features it featured UHURU and Black Motion. I'm really excited because I'm the only person that's ever had UHURU and Black Motion in one song.
Jeez.
So yay for me, yay for me. It was really cool. They fell in love with my voice and they were like, look, we all want to be in this song, so we'll do it. And I just kept releasing, you know, house singles then. And then, I don't know, this year I just decided, I mean, I have a jazz background, and I decided I don't understand why I should box myself into the house genre. So I contacted Jakes Tebe, legendary producer, and he basically said, I'd be honored to work with you on this new journey, and now I'm Afro Soul.
Wow, that's amazing. You speak about these collaborations that you've had with DJs in the past, but how does it actually work? Does a DJ have a beat and they call you up and say, hey, Lady X, I think you'd be best suited for this? Or how do you go about knowing that you and a certain DJ will gel in studio?
Well, I listen to people's work like often. I'm one of those people that picks up the phone, and if I want to work with somebody, I pick up the phone and I make it happen. The whole sitting and waiting for somebody to give you a call, it doesn't work. You'll end up starving, and that's not a good look. So I mean, it usually works where, you know, producers will call you and say, listen, I've got this instrumental, I really think your tone and your delivery would work on it, but then you get hustlers like me that just make the call themselves. So it's up to you. You make it happen for yourself.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you've been in the industry for quite some time now. How would you describe this current time in your career? What does it feel like?
It is a new chapter. So my life is, I swear one day I'm going to write a book, and it is going to be a little bit scandalous.
Well, we'll bring you on the show to talk about
it. It's a new chapter that's part of the journey that represents the growth of Lady X. It's been...
And the reinvention.
The reinvention, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's been ups and downs. But the downs bring you to moments like this, you know, where you get to truly see who you've become and who you really want to be in this industry. That's what it boils down to.
Wow, your last single, Loving You, was quite a success.
Yes.
How do you know, how do you decide the timing of your next release? And can we expect a full album?
Well, how do you decide? I'm a very spiritual person. So I talk to my ancestors a lot, and I talk to God a lot. And if I feel that now is the time, then I trust those instincts and I trust the voices that I hear. Because if you listen hard enough, you really will hear them speaking to you. So I am quite in tune, and you just have to go for it. If you sit back and you think that the world is going to give it to you, you're going to be really, really disappointed, because the world owes you nothing. Instead, you need to give it to the world so that they can, you know, give it back to you.
Indeed. Speaking of your spirituality, tell us about Igugu Lami. What's the significance, and who did you work with on that track?
Well, Igugu Lami, I'm so excited about it. It is one of the scariest things I've ever done. You know, going into Afro Soul is no joke. And, you know, working with somebody like Jakes Tebe it can be a little bit intimidating. I mean, he's a hit maker. I mean, he's every king and queen of Afro Soul comes from that studio. So, you know, it's Igugu Lami is basically, it's a song about love. I've had my tough times in love, and Igugu Lami is basically, it just speaks about my pride and something I hold dear to me, and that's inhliziyo yam, that's my heart. And I'm basically saying to this man that I meet in the song, it's a story basically, that, you know, ndinegugu, inhliziyo yam, xa ndikunika yona, ungaliphoxi, uyiphathe kakuhle.
I'm about to tear up. It's such a beautiful story. I'm sitting here thinking I have to get a hold of your album. When is it coming out, and what does Lady X have planned, especially as we go into the festive season?
Okay, so Igugu Lami is available right now on all digital platforms, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, all of them. Deezer, it's out there. As long if they look for Lady X Igugu Lami, or follow me on social media, it's at Lady X on vocals. They will find it there. Next year, literally like after I leave here, maybe I'll get about 2 hours nap, and then I'm back in studio with Jakes, because next year we need to release this album. I think it's coming out in March. I'm gonna pray.
Yes.
But I also don't want to rush it, because, you know,
it's quite a process.
It's quite a process, and I record with a live band. You know, it's like a 5-piece band. It's quite a process, so I'm not rushing it. But next year, after I drop the second single, it'll definitely be out and ready.
All right, Lady X on vocals. Thanks for chatting to me this morning, and all the best. Right, Lady X's dynamic talent continues to dominate the landscape thanks to strategic collaborations with heavyweights and reputable producers such as UHURU, Black Motion, Mo Flavor, and a whole lot more. Well, stay tuned to Morning Live for more of her sensational performance.